Third question. Funding to certain minority organizations has been limited in recent years. How do you and your party intend to make more funds available to the minority organization?
We as the American Party believe that there should be equal access to all funds, especially to groups that present their needs in the orderly fashion that should be presented. We plan to limit the discrimination against groups that are declared as minorities or as such, and especially in past times, this has been shown towards religious organizations. And we as the American Party believe that as Americans, as FSU students, we are all entitled to equality, just that. And so regardless of who you are, where you come from, what you believe, you should have access to the funds that you are giving the student government.
Our torture standpoint is that we believe that students should have access to money as well, equally. As a reigning member of every money committee within the student government, budget, sweepings, as well as central reserves, I've noticed that a lot of times we fund organizations to do programming, however they don't. So it becomes a problem where we have to sweep that money and then ship that money back out to different organizations. What our role would be in that case, as on the executive branch, would be to encourage students and organizations to continue to have programming. Because as a former member of Senate, I've noticed that student government senators look at who is doing things on campus, not about how many people are showing up. It's about the consistent programming that's going on. So from our standpoint, we would encourage student government organizations, as well as any organization on this campus, that when you walk through those doors in Senate chambers, to step foot and say, I believe we should get $10,000. You come with the packet that shows a consistent plan that you have done programming on our campus. So we would encourage that to happen.
Of course, fiscal responsibility is of essence and importance, and overall, as an SGA, though, I think we need to take a more overall attempt to bridge that gap between cultures. I think that we have to take a more active role in creating programming that bridges that gap between cultures. Whether it be creating something like Deaf Poetry Jam, and we have multiple agencies and organizations, whether it be creating an expanded FSU Unity Day, maybe even a week. By creating programming that really does bridge the gaps between cultures, that's how we go ahead and get this overall understanding between each other and not worry about whether or not one organization is getting more or less. That's my answer to that.